So who is Howard Dell?
Howard Dell.
You and I have gotten to know each other over the years, but for people who don't know you, how would you sum yourself up in five bullet points? Five.
I would say, Howard Dell, I am a blessed and thankful man. I am a Renaissance man, an athlete, coach, musician, and survivor, I guess.
Athlete. Go tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, athlete. Okay, so I was fortunate enough to be an Olympian, 86 world champion bronze medalist. I was a football player, basketball player. I was a decathlete. Bobsledder.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, just a few things.
You would describe yourself as a peak performing human. If you don't describe yourself that way, I would describe you as an extremely peak performing human.
Those were the goals. The goals were always to, we were in grade school and high school, but always to be at the top, like in the high performance.
What was influential in your decision to get a brain map, a Neurologics brain map?
Well, information is definitely power. And the better you're informed, the better choices you can make. I've had a lot of concussions through bobsledding, through pro football. I just wanted to evaluate what a life of professional sport and amateur sport had done to me.
Were you surprised at the results?
Well, yes, I was surprised. I was surprised about how in-depth the information was, and I was happy that it reaffirmed the things that I believed in terms of my own performance.
A lot of the things you already knew about yourself.
Correct.
Okay. So for me, it was the most perfect brain map I've ever seen that day or any day since. In fact, it was so perfect that I called the doctor and said, is it possible that we didn't run this map? Has there been a mistake? And the answer was, well, no, there's no mistake. This is science, and it's automatically generated based on the information. So tell me about the person. And so I said, Howard Dell is an Olympian. And the doctor said, he also has an Olympic brain. And that was the first time for me that a light bulb went on, that Olympic brains may be different than mere mortal, the rest of us. What do you think about that?
Well, it could very well be. It takes, I guess, it takes a special kind of athlete or person to put in that dedication, to commit yourself to a single goal. So possibly that could be very true.
And that was the first time that for me, I thought we should do a study of the Olympic brain. We should look at Olympic brain maps and compare those to the normative database. What are your thoughts about that?
That would be awesome. The information would be phenomenal.
So Howard, were you surprised to learn that drive was actually something that can be measured and is quantifiable scientifically?
Yeah, I was surprised, but given that, I'm sure that quantitative information supports the existence of other personal characteristics as well. So it's very, very interesting.
Yeah. It was something new to me as well. 13 years ago, I thought drive was something that was either learned or achieved. I didn't understand that drive is actually measured in neuroelectric hertz, back of the brain, front of the brain, and that somebody who has a minimum of 12 hertz appears like someone with drive, and that someone who has less than 8 hertz looks like a couch potato and doesn't have measurable energy that would tell the world, I'm a person who is driven, I'm a person who has drive. Instead, you're a person who lacks just energetic transfer back of the brain, front of the brain. So what are your thoughts about how you have extreme drive, so it's more than the average bear? So what are your thoughts about how other Olympians may look?
Well, I mean, given that scientific information, then I'm sure that be very interesting to see the different levels in terms of above 12 and possibly how high it goes. Comparing different sports, that would be very interesting.
Totally.
Different sports, maybe different sports are in the 15 hertz range, or do you know what I mean? That would be very interesting to compare those as well. So that would be a very, very interesting study.
Yeah. And in your case, your concern was that you'd lost some function due to concussion.
Correct.
And the answer that we got was, yes, you'd lost 30 IQ points, but in your case, you had 30 to lose. And so what did you learn about cognitive reserve?
Well, I don't like per se the word decline. I would like to maintain or exceed my previous levels.
And is that what caused you to this time decide that you want to do optimization and not just look at and admire your perfect brain?
Whoa.
But this time you'd like to keep that perfect brain rolling.
Absolutely, because at first everything was great. The second one showed a little bit of decline. So now I'd like to get back into the optimization. Let's get those 30 points back.
Okay.